Good evening, I'm Alan Sinclair. Two Hampshire women who are classed as clinically extremely vulnerable are calling for access to a drug to protect them against COVID-19. Evushield, made by AstraZeneca, uses two types of antibodies which stop coronavirus attaching to human cells. It gives protection to people who can't have the vaccine or where the vaccine doesn't fully work. Evushield injections have been approved by UK regulators, but the government wants more tests before buying any. Many of the vulnerable say they have to continue shielding in the meantime. Edward Salt reports.
For Juliet from Hartley-Wintney, this is the room where she spends 24 hours a day on oxygen. She can't go downstairs, she can't go outside, and she can't even walk the short distance to her bedroom.
My husband puts the blanket on me and I go to sleep like this. That's how I sleep at night. So I have a lung disease called sarcoidosis. It's where lumps form in an organ in your body, which means I can't get oxygen around my body. We're still shielding. We're 964 days today.
There is a drug called Evushield that Juliet and many in her position say could help them.
I'm not protected from the vaccines because I can't make antibodies because I'm on immunosuppressant drugs. So having a prophylactic like Evushield is very important to people like me because we get frontline protection.
Carol from the New Forest has chronic kidney issues and was also diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, a type of blood cancer, in 2020.
My husband and I have been shielding since 13th of March 2020. What's really tough is we haven't been inside any friends' houses. They haven't been in ours. Nobody's been in our house in over 2 years. So it is very isolating.
Carol would also like to see the introduction of Evushield.
So many other countries are ahead of us. The US, France, Israel, many other countries have rolled out Evushield to their immunocompromised communities. And the UK is at the back of the queue.
And pressure has been mounting at Westminster to get the UK at the front of that queue.
There is hope though, Evushield, which gives immunocompromised people 83% protection for 6 months. Sadly, the government hasn't ordered any of this, despite the MHRA giving approval on the 17th of March. So I've had a meeting with a government minister who's supposed to be writing to us with the timetable. Now, this was a week and a half ago, and I've still not received an update in terms of the timetable of what they're doing. They really have to understand the impact that this is having for some people.
And that's a view echoed by charities that look out for people who are clinically vulnerable.
We can't just move forward without acknowledging them and acknowledging what they need at this time. We can't just forget about them, and we need to make sure that we're doing all we can to protect them and make sure that they feel that they are valued and not forgotten.
The Department of Health told us that the UK Health Security Agency is carrying out government-funded testing on Evushield's effectiveness against the Omicron variant. We will closely monitor these results, which will inform decisions on next steps, including procurement. They also say that those most at risk from COVID are eligible to receive one of our life-saving antivirals if they catch the virus, and the UK has procured more doses per head than any other country in Europe. Back in Hartley-Wintney, and Juliet has support from her husband Gary.
We have some very, very dark moments, but also some lovely little moments as well. And I try and make her laugh every day if I can, and she still manages to make me laugh.
Oh, that looks delicious. I once described it as feeling a bit like a cigarette butt that people keep treading in the floor, because everything else is going on above you. And that you're not part of it, you're just downtrodden.
Juliet, Carol and many others like them hope a decision on Evushield will be made soon. Edward Salt, BBC South Today.